Some of the loneliest moments of your whole life won't happen when you're alone. Let's sit with one of them. You're at a table full of people you genuinely like. The conversation's good. You're laughing in the right places, saying the right things. And underneath all of it, there's a quiet distance you can't quite explain, like there's a thin pane of glass between you and the whole warm room. You can see everyone. You can hear them. You just can't quite reach them or let them reach you. And later, on the way home, you feel oddly hollow and a little confused because nothing was wrong. The company was good. So, why do you feel like you were alone the entire time? The usual explanation is that something's wrong with you, that you're bad at connecting, or a little broken socially, or that you just don't try hard enough to open up. Here's the thing. Nobody says out loud. Feeling lonely in a room full of people you like isn't a sign that you're antisocial or ungrateful or that you don't love the people. It's a sign that one specific need went unmet in a very crowded place. And that is a completely different thing. So here's what's actually happening. There isn't one kind of loneliness. There are two. Decades ago, a researcher named Robert Weiss noticed that people got lonely from two completely different things. One kind comes from not having enough people around you, not being part of a group, a network, a scene. The other kind comes from missing one particular thing, a close bond, someone you feel truly attached to and known by. And here's what makes a night like that finally make sense. Those two can come apart. You can have the group all the way handled, a whole table of people who like you, and still ache from the second kind. Plenty of network, not enough bond, fully included, and still, underneath, alone. And here's where it gets interesting. We tend to treat loneliness like a math problem. Not enough people, not enough plans, not enough texts back. But when researchers actually looked, the number of people around you turned out to be a surprisingly weak predictor of whether you feel alone. What predicted it was something quieter, the gap between the kind of connection you have and the kind you're quietly wanting. Loneliness, it turns out, isn't about how full the room is. It's about whether the room reaches the part of you that needs reaching. A crowded table with no real closeness can leave you lonelier than one quiet friend who actually gets you. This is the part that tends to land. There's a difference between being around people and being known by them. And loneliness tracks the second one, not the first. When researchers asked lonely people what they felt was actually missing, it usually wasn't company. It was the chance to say something that mattered, to talk about something private, something real, and have another person meet it. That's the glass. It isn't that the people don't like you. It's that in that particular room, on that particular night, nothing got said that let you be seen, so you stayed a warm, agreeable outline of yourself, and the outline is the part that felt alone. But there's another layer, and this is the one I want to be careful with. A lot of us don't just accidentally stay unknown in rooms. We manage it. Without ever deciding to, you might spend social time performing connection instead of resting in it, reading the room, keeping things light, offering the version of you that's easiest to like, quietly monitoring how you're landing. It's not fake, and it's not a character flaw. It's usually an old, sensible habit. Somewhere along the way, being fully yourself started to feel riskier than being pleasant. So a part of you learned to connect from behind glass where it's safer. The trouble is, the glass that protects you is the same glass that keeps the warmth out. You can't be met through it because the part of you that would be met is the exact part you're keeping back. So both things are true at once, and I don't want to flatten either one. The room was real. The people, the warmth, the liking, all of it real. And the distance was real too. You weren't making it up, and you weren't being ungrateful. You were simply in a room that met your need for company and didn't happen to meet your need to be known. Those are two different hungers, and a good night can feed one all the way and leave the other completely untouched. So what do you do with this? Not a fix. I'm not going to tell you to just open up more. That's a lot to ask of a part of you that learned to stay safe for good reasons. And disclose more, as a rule, tends to just become one more performance. Here's the one small thing worth holding on to instead. The next time you feel that glass come down in a good room, try not to add the second layer, the part where you decide it means something's wrong with you. Just let it be information. Name it quietly to yourself. This is the being known kind of lonely, not the not enough people kind. That's the whole practice. Because once you can tell which hunger it is, you stop trying to feed it with more plans and more people, which never quite works. And you start being able to look gently for the one thing that does. Not the whole table, not even tonight. Just one conversation sometime with one person where you say something that's actually true and let them see it. One small window where the glass isn't there. That's not a social skill you're failing at. It's a particular kind of closeness you've been missing. And missing it doesn't make you broken. It makes you someone with the oldest, most ordinary human need there is, to be known. And you were never the only one in that room feeling it. If that quiet distance in a warm room felt familiar, like I finally put words to a Tuesday you've spent years not being able to explain, I write a little letter for people who feel this kind of thing softly. It's the sticky note newsletter, linked right below. I'd love to have you there. You can be alone in good company and still be someone worth truly knowing. I'll see you next time.